Hello everyone, welcome back to my video in this channel. In this video, we're going to be learning about the topic bar graphs. Our main aim in this video would be to understand how we can construct a bar graph for the given data. Without further ado, let's begin with a example. A survey conducted by an organization for the cause of illness and death among women between ages 15 to 44 worldwide are found in the following figures. So if you can observe this table over here, you can see the causes are given along with the female fatality rate, showing how many women have either died or become ill due to these sicknesses. After that, we have three sub-questions which we need to solve. The first one is represent the information given above graphically. So we basically have to make a bar graph over here. Second would be which condition is the major cause of women's ill health and death worldwide. So this one we can find it immediately by interpreting the bar graph. And then the last question is a critical thinking question, which would be two factors which play a major role in the cause above being the major cause. So the major cause here is reproductive health conditions, as you can see, because it has the highest. So we need to find out two factors which play a major role in this problem. Okay, here is the solution. So before you can understand what's going on, let's first see how we can construct a bar graph. So always we need to begin with the x-axis. The x-axis has the causes, and to understand what would be the x-axis over here, always whatever is on the left side, so this column is on the left side, will be found on the x-axis, while this is on the right side, so it will be found in the y-axis. After we do this, we label and give the titles for each bar graph. So we have reproductive health conditions, injuries, and so on. And that fills our x-axis. Now moving on to y-axis, we have the family fatality rate over here, which is here 31.8. So all of this we just have to make a proper scale for that. So here I've given in intervals of 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And once you're done with that, we just have to draw the bar graph. So the first one is reproductive health conditions, which is 31.8. So it is somewhere over here, as you can see. You just do that, and then you just draw a straight line from here to here. Okay, make sure you use a scale or a ruler, very important. Similarly, we continue to fill the remaining causes with the data given here, so 25.4, 12.4, 4.3, and so on until we finish the whole graph. Now that we're done with the first question, what is the answer for the second question? Which condition is the major cause of women's ill health and death worldwide? So if you can see, it's this one over here. So we can observe from the graph that reproductive health conditions is the major cause of women's ill health and death worldwide because it's the highest amongst the rest of the causes. Now, two factors responsible for the cause in part 2, which is reproductive health conditions, are lack of proper care and understanding and lack of medical facilities. These are just critical thinking questions. If you're good in science, you can go ahead with that. Okay, now we have a question over here. Following data is on the number of girls to the nearest 10 per 1,000 boys in different sections of the Indian society. Okay, so you can pause the video. I will show you the solution and explain to you. Okay, so represent the information above by a bar graph. Similar to the previous example we did, we just have to understand. So as you can see, serial number is given, so there are 7 sections and each section has a set number of girls per 1,000 boys. So we need to represent the information. What we should do first is identify which is going in the x-axis and which is going in the y-axis. So as I told you earlier, the section is on the left hand side of the table, so we're going to put this as x-axis, and the number of girls per 1,000 boys is going to be on the y-axis. After that, under the x-axis, these will be the titles which will be given under each graph. And for this, we need to set a proper scale. So the scale I have chosen has something like this: 880 all the way to 980 with intervals of 10. So as you can see here, we have the x-axis. Don't forget to label it section. Yeah, I forgot to label it here. This is the section, and this is the y-axis, so number of girls per 1,000 boys already done. So the first one is 940, so we just do it all the way to 940. Similarly for ST, scheduled tribe, 970, 970, same until we fill till urban. Now, the interpretation question is: in the classroom, discuss what conclusions can be arrived at from the graph. So, from the above graph, we can conclude that the maximum number of girls per 1,000 boys is present in the section ST, which is scheduled tribe, 970 girls per 1,000 boys. So that's the highest. That is the conclusion we can arrive from this graph. Also, while looking at this is the highest. And we can also observe that the backward districts, which is this one, and rural areas have more number of girls per 1,000 boys than non-backward districts, this one, and urban areas. So as you can see, this is also another conclusion. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and learned the concept of constructing bar graphs. If you did, do subscribe to my channel and check out my previous videos. And until then, keep watching Abdullah's Math Spot.